Well, Father Tom, host of Life's Journey, which is on Catholic TV, joins us from California. Father, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay, but congratulations both to Bishop Reed and to your continual spreading the gospel through television.
Thank you, Tom.
Wonderful.
Well, you do the same thing. Well, tell us about the Life's Journey ministry.
Well, you know, I've been working with a layman, Don Fisher, for 33 years, I guess now. You know, a lot of we're all on a journey, and grace works through nature, and it all came together that the greatest need, I thought, in our church is that people need to really believe that they're loved. You know, I was in a big parish in Phoenix, and a lot of people came to church on Sunday, and they really loved God, but they weren't all that sure that God liked them, you know? And so for 33 years, that's been basically the messages. I call it the Christian part of our Catholicism, that we really believe that we're loved. And then that's the whole power of inner transformation, where we give that love away to our family, to our friends, to our parish, and whatever. Our lives become ministry. And that's been what we've done now. We've been to an awful lot of parishes, all 46 states, I think, and a lot in Canada. And people have been very responsive. They really, once they get that kind of insight in their hearts that they truly live in the love of God, it sets them free. You know, it's a real power in their ministry, their power in their journey, to give them inner peace and to set them free from all the powers on the outside that tend to get in the way of God's love.
Father Tom, you know, you give some very, very practical advice. And, I mean, I watch your show all the time. You let people know that we're in this all together. How is it that we don't lose sight of knowing that we really don't have to walk alone?
Yeah, you know, there's a story of Pope Francis when he was named as Pope, when he was elected as Pope, he was kind of had a frown on his face, and he wasn't all that joyous. And he went into the chapel, as most popes go in there before they go out to the crowd, and he heard the inner voice of God telling him, "Don't be afraid. I'm with you. I'm with you always." And he came out with a bright smile, and he hasn't stopped smiling since. But I think it's that sense of that really, and it, you know, we're not perfect, and it's a journey. We get lost from time to time or take the wrong trail, but it's a sense that we truly live in the love of God, that God's love is always with us, and that there's nothing we can do really that God's love won't be there eventually to give us the strength to grow from it. You know, one of the ways to really see, for me, the greatest proof for the existence of God is I can look back at some of my darkest moments and be grateful for them today. I sure wasn't grateful when I was going through them. I thought I was going through hell, but it's when I got through it that I began to grow spiritually, and I really needed God in my life. I needed God's love and mercy so I could give it away to others. So that, for me, is the greatest proof of the existence of God, because that we can be grateful for our crosses.
Well, you don't only just do a TV show, but you're also an author. Tell us about your book, God Loves an Unmade Bed.
Yeah, we distributed almost 50,000 of them for donations, and I think it's very simple, people find, but in many ways profound, that the same journey to become our own best friend is the same journey to discover God's love that's within us. Because it's God's love that makes us so special and precious, and that's why we're special. That's the gift we give to others. And you know, the beautiful thing is we love givers. We love people who are thoughtful and kind, merciful and generous. Well, when we find God's love, we become that way, and we like ourselves because we're givers. It's the whole, what happens to us on the inside, you know, that's so important.
Just a quick personal question, Tom. As a Jesuit, how is your work in writing and speaking and in television and media, how does that fulfill your vocation as a Jesuit and a priest?
Well, I think, you know, Ignatius's charism was to go where the real needs of the church are. At that time, because of the Reformation, there were so many people that didn't know their faith, and they were confronting Protestants who were trying to convert them. So we got into education. And I think that's a very important work for the society. But I think really, in my prayer life and working it through, I think the real need is for people, I think Francis has said it so well, is we really need to know that we're loved and our life is ministry, and we got to go to the Eucharist to be fed in order to bring Jesus to the world. And I think that working in our parishes is extremely important in deepening their faith.
Great.
You know,
Well,
I think.
I'm sorry, Father. Well, thank you so much for
I
being.
just want to make one before I leave. If we're going to have a big rollout November 4th of the book "God Loves an Unmade Bed," and people can get it on lifesjourney.org, or and we even have which I don't know much about, but they've done it for me. Is they have one of those email books that they're going to put out.
Oh, yeah.
Digital. I think they call them digital e-books.
Great.
But thank you for having me this morning, and may God continue to bless you, your work, and Bishop, may you really love being a servant to your people.
Well, very
Thank you.
good. Well, thank you so much, Father. Lifesjourney.org is the website. We appreciate you being with us. Enjoy San Francisco. It's a great place, and we'll talk soon.
Well, God bless you.
Yeah, have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye.